Well, how's it going, guys? James here from Butler Farms, out here on an early morning. Finally getting a chance to get out here in the garden. If you've watched any of my last videos, you know we have been covered up in rain for about the last almost 3 weeks now. And we finally had a couple of days where it got pretty warm. It is real humid out here, but it's been warm. Breeze has been blowing. It's not exactly dry down here, but it's the best it's going to get. And I've got to get this place cleaned up. It's kind of gotten out of control, kind of gotten away from me. Nothing I can do about it. Can't fight Mother Nature, obviously. But we're going to get it cleaned up real quick. We got a lot to do today, but I'm going to get this knocked out first to make sure this gets done. All this grass out here that's got to be cut too. You know, I can hit that in patches, but I need to get this done simply because it's taking over my garden. All these weeds and everything. Got to get tomato plants up off the ground and tied up. But it's just one of those things. I've never let my garden get this bad, but we've never been literally rain every day, hard rain, for about the last 3 weeks. It's been good for my plants, but you can't even hardly see them now. So it's going to take me a little bit of time. I do have a little bit of help there. I'm hoping some of my rows are still wide enough for me to be able to get my little tiller down through there. That's going to save a lot of time as far as being able to go down through these rows. The rest of it I'll have to do by hand. That's too close with my little scuffle hoe that I've shown you before, but that's fine. We got more rain coming in tonight, and it's supposed to rain all the way up through about lunchtime tomorrow. So as far as me waiting and being able to do this tomorrow, that's not an option. Because again, it's going to be sloppy wet down here again. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this grass and these weeds taken up, and I'll bring you back and show you what I've done, show you how I've cleaned it up, and maybe take you on a little garden tour. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back here with you. I know I told you I'd be right back. It is late in the afternoon now. I had this day that I had a long list of catch-up things to do after all this weather and all this rain, and with more rain coming in tonight and most of the day tomorrow. So I did get the garden done behind me, and I had to get that other stuff knocked out. I didn't know exactly what time this rain was supposed to come in, but it's been a good day. Gotten almost everything on the list completely done. Got a couple of more things to do once I get back up to the shop to finish up for the day. But now it's mainly just got a little more weed eating to do, and that'll do it for the yard and for the garden. And then it's just putting everything up and a few little small things around the shop. I did want to bring you up to date on the garden. Hadn't done a garden tour in a while, and it's about time. You can see up here at the top the cucumber plants are doing well, and got them weeded out. Don't exactly know how many I've got here. I think I counted this morning about 12 of them. That is way, like I've told you before, if 6 or 8 of those survive and start producing fruit, that is way more cucumbers than we will ever eat. I got my squash plants here. My winter squash are down here at this end, and I know you can see there's still some little grass on top of the mounds. I did the best I could with those. I'm going to come back maybe tomorrow if the rain breaks, and while the ground's real soft, I'll try to pull those out. They're real easy to pull out, but I just don't want to mess with them right now. Number one, I'm exhausted, and number two, I don't want to really be messing around a lot with the roots of these squash plants. I want to give them every chance I can to make it, and I don't want to tamper with the roots right now, so I'll wait till it's softer where they'll just pull straight out. Now, one thing that I did have to do is I had to run the weed eater all the way around. It had grown up so bad all the way around that it was actually blocking light coming into the garden. So that's another thing that I did. I want to bring you down here. Look how much better this looks down through here. Now, the beautiful thing was I showed you the tiller this morning, and guys, that was an absolute lifesaver. What a blessing, because I had so much plant in weeds and grass and stuff in here, and that tiller just ate right on through it. And right now, even as close as these 2 rows are, you can see my rows aren't exactly perfect. I just kind of eyeballed them when I planted them. Even as close as some of these are, except for one little spot right down there, I was able to get the tiller in between these rows. Now this will be the last time I'll be able to do that. As these plants growing up, they're going to shade a lot of the grass and stuff out that's going to come back up. You can see there's still some in the rows. Again, it's kind of like the squash. I really don't want to mess around too terribly much around those roots. I have a habit when I start getting in there with the hoe of getting in too big a hurry and end up chopping some of my plants off. They're going to get to the point that they're going to shade that little stuff out. I just got to keep the in-betweens cleaned out, and from here on out, more than likely, except maybe for this big wide row here and maybe a couple of others, I may can get the tiller down through there one more time before they close up toward the middle. On the sides, you can see my last little row of beans here. This is the side that doesn't ever do too good. It's up on the top. The soil's not as good. It stays dry all the time. Even with all this rain that we've had, it's hard as a rock up here, but I was able to get the hoe and go down through there. Same thing down here at the bottom. Now this is much better down here at the bottom, but you can see how close I planted it to the fence to be able to get another row in. So I had to do that by hand and then weed eat down through there too. So much better look. You know, a lot less competition, and also some of the soil, especially up here toward the top with all this rain these last couple of days, has been so warm, they had already started drying out and cracking. And what ends up happening then, when that water comes off that hill, if it rains as much tonight and tomorrow as it's supposed to, it'll start washing out in some places because it gets to moving so fast. Now that I've got it broken up, it'll hold a lot more water now, and that's not going to be a problem anymore. So got my peppers and my tomatoes down through here. I did come down through here and tie up my tomatoes. They didn't, some of them really didn't need it. I just went ahead and tied up the main stems before they did start drooping toward the ground. Some of these down here at the end, you can see that I did have to tie up some of the other shoots, and that's, you know, it just is what it is. I've actually found quite a few tomatoes on here. There's a couple down there that are coming on. We got blooms. These are little cherry tomatoes here, and you can see right there that they are starting to come on. So that's a good thing down here. These are actually a little bit bigger right there. So it won't be long, we'll be eating cherry tomatoes, but I know it still looks kind of grassy out here. This is dead stuff that I either tilled up or weed eated down the side, or use that scuffle hoe. Guys, again, if you don't have a scuffle hoe, I have a regular hoe. I use it from time to time, but for this little light stuff that grows close to the top of the ground, it is a lifesaver, man. You can cover so much ground so fast. It's one of my favorite tools in the garden. Stirrup hoe, scuffle hoe, it's the same thing. Kind of disappointed really with my okra down through here. Turns out only 4 of them came up right down there. I just went ahead and tilled this back under. I don't know. I'm gonna give it some thought. I've still got plenty of time to put something in the ground back here in this little spot. You know, another little summer vegetable. I don't know if I will or not, but it was supposed to be a whole row of okra, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all that came up. Kind of disappointing. But again, if these produce half as well as they have in the past, that'll be a lot of okra anyway. One other little disappointment are some of these summer squash. This was the Dixie hybrid, and that is not squash that you see. That's those little thin little plants. See, they just pull straight out of there. It's got that one little tap root, but there's not one single squash plant. And I know for a fact with the Dixie hybrid, I planted it 3 different times. I put 3 seeds in it 3 different times. There's one little plant here in this one, and I think this is probably the yellow crookneck. This one down here, same way. I've planted it 3 different times. Yellow crookneck, nothing. Got some zucchini finally starting to come up, so we may be heavy on the zucchini, which is fine. You know, I prefer yellow squash over zucchini, but they both eat, and we'll take them however we can get them. It's just another example of with the yellow crookneck and with the Dixie hybrid. Those were some older seeds. They were big box store seeds, and they will never be here again. Just simply because they're not worth it. I've got 2 places right here that should be growing squash, and they're not. So I'm gonna dig around in my seed book and see if I can find something from Hoss Tools or something from Baker Creek. I don't know what I have in there. I'm going to dig around and see what I can put in those hills. I'll probably knock those hills down and start over with them. But I do think I have some more summer squash that I can put back into place, but it won't be that stuff from a big box store with the initials FM. It's just not worth it. I'll never buy those again. I've struggled with them all these years, and I walk through there and I see the seed rack and I just have to have some. It's one of those kind of things. I'm an addict when it comes to passing seed racks, and it's just not worth it. It's a waste of my time and a waste of sweat and energy to do it. But give me some ideas what you think I ought to put right here. That's from where I'm standing to that first okra plant is about 15 feet. And you can see that I've got plenty of room from where the zucchini plants will probably come out to about right here. And you can see there's nothing really down till we get to the tomato plants, and they're going to be tied up. So I've got a pretty good bed right here. It's good soil. And I've grown a lot of groceries right here before. I just don't know what happened with the okra. They just didn't germinate as well as they have in the past. But like I said, 4 plants will be enough for us. But give me some ideas. Shoot me a message and tell me. Y'all seen my seed book. Yeah, I've got tons of things in there. It obviously needs to be a summer plant. You know, I don't like wasted space. And so, you know, give me some ideas. Tell me what you think I ought to put there. If I don't have it, I still have time to order it and get it here, because here in central Alabama we've got a long growing season. So it's not like I've just got this very narrow window of time to get my summer crops in and then it's done. Summer crops here will go all the way until September, and in some years all the way to October. I'll still be picking summer crops. And you know, as far as my greens and stuff that I've talked about planting before, I don't even start thinking about those till the end of September, 1st of October, just simply because it is entirely too hot down here during that time period. So we're blessed with that. I mean, it is hot during the summer, and it's pretty tough out here even at first light in the summer, picking peas and dripping wet before you get to the end of one row. I'm not complaining about it. It is what it is, but we're blessed because of that long growing season. So we can just keep on growing, and it keeps on putting out as long as you keep picking it. So we're blessed in that way. But I'm going to leave it right there, guys. I got some more weed eating to do up here to finish up for the day. And to be honest with you, I'm tired of being on the end of a weed eater. Anything with a motor on it, I'm ready to put up and be done with for the day. And then I got to go put it all up and straighten up, and a couple little small things. Guys, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you checking in with me. Don't forget to give me some ideas about what I should put in that spot. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend. Hit that thumbs up button when you get through. All of that helps. And we're continuing to grow. We're getting closer and closer to a milestone that I didn't think we would ever get to. But we're almost there, and can't wait to share that with you. So I'm gonna get out of here and go put this camera down and finish up for the day, and then I'm going to sit down for a while and rest. So just keep checking back with me, guys. We love you, we appreciate you, and we want to see you back here very soon. This is James from Butler Farms. God bless, and we'll be seeing you.